And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to Coin Place Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main and we'll set it up, okay? So, Cap, first and foremost, Happy New Year. At time of recording, it is a night of the full moon, and your boy's back at it. I hope that the audio quality of the mic is very good. I'm loving it. It's already sounding better on playback for all the recordings I'm making. And also, happy birthday. This is your season, your time, and your moment kind of to make things happen. With that being said, this is going to be an all anew read. This is what I'm calling this round of reads because it's all anew underneath this full moon, underneath this new year, and also during your birthday season. So that's a plus. So all anew, all new things. This is represented by the aces of each element: water, earth, fire, and air, cups, pentacles, wands, and swords, respectively. Each asking the same question in a different form. New insights, new knowledge, new opportunities, new fulfillments, new energy that we want to cycle in. And then capping it out with the Fool, the process through which we take that first step to that new journey. So as a preamble to the read today, Capricorn, take what resonates, leave it doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, I work with 12 signs every time, every round. I don't gain anything from lying to them. Instead, we lay our cards out on the table, and good or bad, rain or sunshine, we talk about it because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one. Yeah. So follow along with me in your read today, Capricorn. You're all a new read, new year, new everything. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. We're going to start over here with your Ace of Cups. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for the Capricorn Collective. Upon the Ace of Cups, our own fulfillments. What do we say? Okay, Two of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Empress. Okay, well, at least that's level of honesty, right? I'm looking at a Capricorn who either you're very much hurt in the idea that an intimate partner pairing may not work out or completely crash and burn sometime in the recent past. I'm saying that because, we're starting out the new year, 2026, and we're saying this fulfills me. It breaks my heart that it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And this brought out the best in me alongside me wanting to match up with them. That is a brutal level of emotional honesty, Capricorn, and I'm very thankful for you for that. The question becomes, what do you want to do with that, right? Because I know just to reminisce over what could have been or what you wish would have happened. I want you to ask the question, if I was to be gentle and kind with myself around this entire scenario, it did work out, it didn't work out, or it's not working out the way that I wanted to, X number of possibilities. What can I do to be kind to myself in the scenario here and now? Because me operating from regrets is only going to make me more sad. Therefore, it's not useful to me, right? I'm looking at somebody who you may want this person back, you may not, but at the end of the day, how did it make you feel? Because I'm looking at somebody who's saying, this was overjoyous to me. What does that then look like for me to sit in that emotion? Because it also comes with pain, but it comes with truth. Okay? Be kind to yourself, please, especially during your birthday season. Next, Ace of Pentacles, your home element of Earth. Show us the cards we need to see, please, for the Capricorn Collective. Ace of Pentacles. And new opportunities. What are we seeing? Okay. harmonious. Things are happening right now for me the way that they should. Ace of Swords. I'm coming upon a truth. I'm healing. Okay. So whether or not this person comes back for you, Cap, you're actually not, that's not your primary focus. What you are saying is that for where you want to get towards and the things that you feel right now, yeah, this brought out the best in me. And if I'm to be ready for somebody else, even if it's not this person, I want to take the lessons that I learned here and the goodness I saw in myself when I was in connection with whoever this was for me and really be right for that, right? Does this guarantee the person comes back? Absolutely not. But what I am saying is that with the harmonious things that you're doing for yourself right now, the new opportunities that you see for yourself, you're taking it as a lesson learned and a love well had. Actually, I'm gonna put that as your title because again, I really want you to be kind to yourself during this birthday season, okay? A love well had. Because that is how you're trying to look at it. Not in animosity, not in hatred, but just saying, hey, I like this feeling. I like how I was when I was with you. I like the things that I learned about myself even when it was hard. It doesn't mean it has to be animosity simply because we're disconnected now. Okay? Ace of Wands, show us the cards that we need to see, please. Ace of Wands for Capricorn in this read. Death. Transformation. And so how do we embrace that properly? Ten of Swords. Accepting the fact this is over and knowing for a fact that it is true. I don't know what part you played in this, Capricorn. You seem to be turning a lot of that towards yourself. Let's be totally honest. But I want to embrace that this possibility with them, it's over. And it may not, even if it didn't come back to me, I'm still a better person for having met you. And I like that. I like that a lot. This may not be your normal response to a lot of things, but in terms of this one connection, although you wish that it didn't end the way that it possibly did, I'm also looking at somebody who's saying, I'm grateful that I met you. This was a love well had. And I'm realizing it now, but it's gearing me up for what I need to do for myself in order to be prepared for something like this to come in when I'm actually ready to accept it or actually ready to go to that next step. Really good. I like that. To the Ace of Swords. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Ace of Swords for Capricorn in this read. Truth by extension challenge. What do we see? All anew here. Okay, confusion. The Two of Swords, a level of indecisiveness. I don't know what to do right now. Nine of Pentacles, being fulfilled and being okay with me on my own. Five of Cups. I'm looking at a Capricorn who, in spite of all the sorrow and sadness is bringing to them, now I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to sit with it. I'm saying that this person is right or what I would want in a partner, what I would want in my life. Then I'm going to sit with it and actually understand how this came to end in the way that it did. I'm not going to pout. I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel real bad for a quick minute. But I want to learn from this because if somebody like them comes around again, I refuse to let it happen or end in the way that it did. What can I learn for this and be better for it? Right now, I want to be good with me and reconnect with myself. That way I could really be ready to connect with somebody else underneath it all. Two of Pentacles, making things balanced, juggling, and making them work out every single day. Sometimes it's going to be up, sometimes it's going to be down, right? That's the way the juggling process works. But more so, I'm going to learn to be okay. Yeah, would I have wished that this didn't end with this person the way that it did? Sure, but I can't change that. I already resolved that within my spirit, right? Underneath your Ace of Wands, your fire that burns within, we're saying Queen of Swords. I know this for a fact. Ten of Swords, done and over with. Death, I need to transform from this. Right, this person made me a better person. And even if we don't talk anymore, we may not be on speaking terms. I know the person I was when I was with them. And I liked who that person was. I liked both them and me at the same time. Okay. We're going to make it work. You're willing to sit with the uncomfortable things right now, Capricorn. That's a good sign. You refuse to be stuck there. But what we come to a conclusion is that we have to kind of sit with it in order to realize how we can make things better. Okay. Starting again, one underneath every ace. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. We start with the Ace of Cups. One underneath every ace, please. The Magician. Yeah, there's a lot of self-blame happening right now for why it didn't work out. But even if I was quote unquote the one to make everything crash and burn, not everything has to have a fairy tale happy ending for it to have been good for you. And I think that's the biggest point that you're realizing right now with a love well had, Capricorn, is that, yeah, this is just where it's at. And I played my part in it. We're not going to go total victim mode here. I played my part in it and how we both kind of separated from each other. But I also understand that at that time, I wasn't ready for it. At that time, this is what happened. At that time, hey, this is what I had to do. And I can sit here and get mad at you and get mad at me and just be mad and pouting in a corner. Or I can say, no, I like smiling in the morning. I like receiving these messages. I like all these different things that I did have. And it brought out the best in me, even if this had to come to an end. Okay. To the Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups. There we go. I like that for you. And so in accepting that, maybe this didn't work out for a reason. Again, like I was saying earlier, not everything has to have a fairy tale ending. This is actually very good for you to be in right now because of the amount of discernment that you put into trying to decipher how things fell apart with you and this person. You're actually saying, no, it taught me how to be better and be okay with me. Very much so. To the Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. I'm learning to be okay with trying to let this go. I played my part. We did what we did and said what we said. But right now, if I'm to say I'm okay, and that means learning little by little how to be okay with me fully, especially with this scenario. And to the Ace of Swords, Four of Wands. Yeah, it may not be with this person, Capricorn, but what you are seeing is that if there is a love like a love we had, then that is a love worth having. You're sitting with the uncomfortable feelings right now. And that is the first step. As long as we don't get stuck there, we're supposed to learn from them, grow from them, right? As long as we don't get stuck there, then yeah, we realize a lot deeper can happen and can evolve. Underneath it all, Judgment. Am I learning the lessons properly? The signs that the universe is showing me? Am I really absorbing them, or am I just going through the motions? I'm looking at a Capricorn who's saying, I'm willing to sit through the things that are making me uncomfortable so that this does not happen again with somebody that I want to build with. That's good. That's very good. As we move towards resolution, show me the cards that we need to see, please, for Capricorn in their all anew read. Define the major arcana straight across the table. We will first look at the Empress. How did this bring out the best in you and them potentially? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Why the Empress here? Because this person meant a lot to you. I think you're really starting to stay in that emotional space right now of realization. To the Empress, Eight of Wands. Yeah. Not only did they mean a lot to you, but it allowed you to access better parts of yourself that you didn't even realize were there. I think you might have been coming out of a state of emotional numbness when you were with this person, but I don't believe in right person, right place, wrong time. Like, I don't believe in that dynamic. Not only just as a reader, but as someone personally at a personal level, right? I don't believe in that philosophy because right person, right place, right time, all the time. If they were right for me, they'd be here, right? If they were right for me, I'd be present for it. There's multiple factors that go into that. And what I think it made you realize with this dynamic with this person is that you really liked yourself when you were around them. That is very much abundantly clear. And that's probably why it hurts all the more, because you're coming out of that state of numbness, because you're coming out of just kind of cynicism, even in a way, when it came to intimate partner connections. No, this was real for you, no matter how short or no matter how bad it ended. Okay. Next to the Hermit, Six of Wands. I have come to a realization that if I say I really want this in life, I got to do that hard work of healing. It's not just about theory anymore, because I had what I wanted and it went away, it left, and I got to sit here with the uncomfortable truth of the matter. If I'm to say that I can have better, that I need to do better for and by me. And maybe there's a victory in that in itself. It happens little by little and day by day. You'll get through a Capricorn. Be nice to yourself in the entire time. To Death, High Priestess. Internally, this is over, this is done, this is wrapped up with. But if I can truly say that, then I can move on and take accountability. If not, if I don't express this with them, then I could take it within myself and say, I know exactly how this fell apart and how I don't want it to happen again with anybody else. There was one more. The Magician. Temperance. Okay. What's said is said, what is done is done. And right now we want to move towards new and better. What does that look like for us? If we say that we took we played our parts and took our roles and positions, then we also have to acknowledge when we take a bow and the curtains fold, right? We brought the ending to this so we can bring the beginning of something better and new. The Fool. Three of Swords, heartbreak. We are going to be sitting in uncomfortable emotions right now, Capricorn. That just is how it is, because it was a love well had. You miss this person, but even more so, it really showed you the ways that you wanted to be better so that this would not happen again. King of Pentacles, okay? We know how to make the right investment now. We know how to do better. It's not a question. It's, okay, accountability where accountability is due. I could make excuses or I can do it. I'm looking at a Capricorn who's going to sit with the uncomfortable things for a while until they say that, okay, I'm ready for it. And the Six of Swords. 3 to a 6, half to a full. And when I'm ready, it's time to go. I know how to make the right investment. That's how we move forward. Underneath it all, Knight of Swords. If I'm doing the juggling act and I eventually can take action, we're going to see if I learned that lesson. And I'm looking at a Capricorn who says, I actually do want to do that. No excuses. So here's what I see in your read, Cap. Yeah, we're regretful for how a dynamic ended between you and another person, because you realize, oh, wow, this person was awesome and they showed me things about myself that I may not have liked. But also I did end up liking myself by the time this dynamic ended between us. And while it may never come back again, I got to sit with the uncomfortable truth of how things fall apart so that when somebody like this or a connection like this does happen, I don't so willingly throw it away because I'm not ready to truly open up. I'm looking at a Capricorn who says, yeah, this dynamic with this person, I wish it was still in my life and I can't have that right now because the part I played in making things go absolutely south. Yes, also be kind to yourself, that if you promise things that you couldn't follow through on or things you weren't ready for, then hopefully this teaches you the lesson of, I'm going to get ready for it. And I know how this time. Instead of just having them be lofty ideals, this is what a long-term investment looks like between me and somebody else. You're going to get there. Even through the pain, you're going to sit in it for a while because you're forcing yourself to in order to get to that next step. That's why I see in your read today, Capricorn. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, is it comfortable or fun or happy right now? Absolutely not. But will you be better afterwards? Absolutely. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.